Hello everybody. Today I have in front of me the Collider Delay+Reverb pedal. This is a combination delay and reverb effects pedal. Basically what we did is take all the most popular and essential effects from the Ventris Dual Reverb and the Nemesis Delay and put them into a single pedal with an exceptionally easy to use control panel. So this pedal is basically split in two, and by default you can engage or disengage your delay presets with this Footswitch and engage/disengage your reverb effect with this Footswitch. Very simple. But the reason I'm making this video today is to show you a very useful little trick that will open up some really nice possibilities. It's called the unlock feature. So what unlock allows you to do is run simultaneous dual delay effects or dual reverb effects. It also allows you to change the order of the effect cascade. By default, the Collider runs the two effects in series with delay going into reverb, but the unlock function can also change the order to reverb into delay. All right, so before I get into unlocking the pedal, let me give you a quick overview of its basic layout. So over here on the right is the knobs toggle switch. This switch allows you to select whether you are controlling the delay or reverb effects. Now, if I move this switch over to the delay side, all of the knobs can be used to adjust the delay effects. You will notice that if I move the center effect selector knob, I can only change the current delay engine. Basically, the selector LED stops shifting once I reach the edge of the delay engines. Also, all 6 knobs on the face of the pedal will only adjust parameters of the delay. You'll see the delay knob adjusts the time of the delay. The feedback knob adjusts the delay regeneration, or how many times or how many delay repeats you're going to hear. Mix adjusts my wet-dry ratio. Tone adjusts how bright the repeats are, and Control 1 and Control 2 knobs serve different purposes depending on which effect you've chosen. In the case of all of the delay engines, these knobs control the depth and rate of pitch modulation on the delay repeats. So now if I move the knobs toggle to the reverb side, my delay effect will maintain all the settings that I just created, and I can now dial in an entirely new batch of settings for the reverb effect. You'll notice that I have independent engage and disengage control of both effects with the 2 foot switches. So if I move the effect selector, I am now changing the reverb engine, and all the 6 knobs will adjust the reverb effects. You will see that the delay knob now adjusts my pre-delay, which sets the time between your dry signal and when you start to hear the reverb reflections. The feedback knob adjusts the decay length of the reverb. So this is a short decay. And up here is a longer decay. So, okay, now I'll just dial in my sound for a minute here. There you go. All right. Now that I've dialed in both sounds, you'll see that I can independently engage or disengage them and run them individually or in tandem. And check this out, the reverb Footswitch also doubles as a reverb hold, also known as freeze function. So if I press down the reverb switch, it will sustain my reverb tail, and I can play on top of that reverb tail with the delay effect still functioning. Okay, so let's get into the unlock feature. So unlocking the pedal essentially means that you're unlocking the effect selector knob. As I mentioned before, if I have the knobs toggle set to delay and I turn the effect selector, I can't move it into the reverb half of the knob. I'm locked out. So if I simply hold down the control input button at the top side of the pedal and turn the effect selector, suddenly I am able to move into the vicinity of the reverbs. I'll do the same with the reverb side. Move the knobs toggle to reverb, hold down the control input button, and turn the center knob. Now both sides are unlocked, and I can assign whatever kind of effect I want to either of the two foot switches. So let's set up a dual delay. A cool thing to do is set up a dual delay preset with each delay set to a different beat division. I can then sync up those beat divisions with the tap tempo switch. So I'll move the toggle switch over to the delay side and set it to a tape delay. I'm going to set the mix to around 12 o'clock, turn down the modulation, and set the feedback to a moderate amount. And I'll set the beat division to quarter notes. Okay, move the knobs toggle to the reverb side, and let's set this side to analog delay. I'll make it kind of bright. I'll keep the modulation pretty low, mix at less than 50-50. So I'll set the beat divisions toggle switch to a dotted eighth note. And now I can use the tap tempo to sync up both delays. You'll see that if I play just the side that's set to the quarter note beat divisions, I hear this. If I add the second delay, suddenly I've got this cool rhythmic swing. Okay. Now, while I've got these two effects set up, let's quickly connect the pedal to the Neuro desktop editor so I can show you a couple of other cool tricks. If I go down here to routing options, I can click this drop-down menu and select Parallel Delay Reverb. This runs the two effects in parallel, meaning rather than running one effect into the other, similar to how it would go if you had two pedals next to each other on a pedal board, they run side by side, so they are both independently reacting to the same input signal. I'm actually going to turn up the feedback on the dotted eighth delay, because when you run in parallel mode, things tend to not be as cluttered. And now let's do one more cool thing. If I've got a stereo rig, I can simply hit this option. Split stereo left equals A and right equals B. With this, I can send each of the effects to only one of the two outputs. So now you will hear the quarter note pattern on one side and the dotted eighth note pattern on the other. All right, so now let's set this back to normal cascade mode and create a preset with 2 reverbs. Running the swell reverb into a shimmer effect is always a nice ambient sound. So let's put the swell reverb over here on the delay side and set the sensitivity and the swell time. I'll subdue the decay time. Okay, let's move over to the reverb side and set up the shimmer reverb. I'm going to set the decay pretty high. I'll set the normal and shimmer crossfade to around 12 o'clock. Okay, so here is the swell reverb by itself. And here it is with the shimmer reverb. So there it is. That is how you unlock your Collider Delay+Reverb. Keep in mind that I can save completely different routing options in any of the Collider's preset positions. So if I want to have one preset that is unlocked with parallel routing, I can just set it up and save it to a preset by holding down the Select Save button. And I can have the next preset over set up with a completely different routing and different effects. So that's it for now. If you want to learn more about the Collider, visit us at sourceaudio.net or email us at contact@sourceaudio.net. Thank you.